Hello everyone, the Supersonic fan here, and yes, I know Sonic's 30th anniversary has already passed, however, I still want to do something special for the Blue Blur. So what I'm going to be doing to celebrate Sonic's 30th anniversary is by inviting 3 Sonic tubers. Some of them you might or might not know, and there's a really good reason why, but before I explain to you that reason, let me introduce them to you. First, we have someone who really enjoys seeing the development and concept art of Sonic games. Welcome, Eldrin.
Hey everyone, my name's Eldarin. Also, thank you Supersonic fan for having me on. I do a lot of videos on the concept art and development of a lot of the Sonic games and also the music development of them. And yeah, it's been a blast being able to research more about these games and kind of hopefully have everyone learn a little bit about them. So yeah, thank you for having me on. I'm really excited to be here.
Next, we have someone who really cares about Sonic characters and their development in stories. It's sNickForShort.
What's up everybody, it's me Nick from sNickForShort. I do character analysis and gameplay analysis videos on my YouTube channel.
Last but not least, we have an up and coming Sonic tuber who every once in a while changes his videos to something that isn't Sonic related. However, he still makes great Sonic videos. Say hello to Panic64.
Thanks for having me on. I mainly do Sonic retrospectives. I'm working on one right now for Zelda though, because I am a Sonic tuber, but I like to go back and forth between different franchises. So if that does sound interesting, go check out my channel.
And well, that's everyone. So the reason I invited them was because I'm going to be asking them a few questions relating to Sonic and his 30th anniversary. Questions like, how did they get into the Sonic franchise? Are they going to make any videos for his 30th anniversary? And last but not least, what do they think is in Sonic's future? So, let's get started.
Ooh, how did I get into the Sonic franchise? So, one of my first, okay, so let me step back a little bit. So let's go back to like 2004. So I was about 4, and I had a Game Boy Advance, and I don't know how I actually got it, but I had these Sonic Advance games, and I also had a GameCube, but I had Sonic Advance 2, 3, I believe I had the first one, and Battle, and I played a crap ton of Battle and 3. And then I also had a GameCube, like I was saying, and I played a lot of Sonic Adventure 2, and Sonic Heroes. I'm the most nostalgic for Heroes, though, as I played that a lot when I was younger. I played SA2 and SA1 a lot too. I also had Shadow the Hedgehog. I basically had I did have every single Sonic game on the GameCube that was on it. And I still am hitting myself in the head that I sold that thing because I played a lot of the Gems collections too, and those were super cool. I remember I would sit there and rewatch the Sonic CD intro over and over and over again. And then I ended up selling all of that for actually an Xbox 360 in lieu of Sonic 06's release back in the day. So that's always something I remember. And it was cool. On my GameCube I had these like Heroes decals that you could put on them. And yeah, so I had it all tricked out with Heroes stuff. I'd say out of the 3D games, I'm honestly the most nostalgic for Heroes. I have the most memories of that one out of any of them, but my all-time favorite Sonic game is hands down Sonic Adventure 2. I didn't play the classics until pretty much last year though, so that was kind of cool.
I've definitely been into the Sonic franchise for as long as I can remember. Me and my dad, we actually played Sonic Adventure 2 Battle on my GameCube practically every day. And it took a while before I could finally beat him, but I don't know, something about SA2 Battle really hooked me. I love the style, I love the story, I just loved so much about it that I just couldn't help but stick with the franchise from then on out.
When I was 6 years old, I played the first Sonic the Hedgehog, and right then and there I fell in love with the series. I had always known about him before, but I never took the time to play through the first game. I also 100%ed the game, and funny enough, moved on to Sonic CD. But it wasn't until I got a copy of SA2 on GameCube that I really got invested in the series, and that led to many years of enjoyment.
Was there ever a point where I felt bored or disappointed with the franchise? So, yes, actually. Like I said, I bought a 360 for Sonic 06 before it came out, or around the time it came out. I don't remember the specific date, so don't quote me on that, but I was incredibly excited for Sonic Unleashed. I knew nothing about it, to be honest. I just knew a new Sonic game was coming out, so I was going to buy it. I actually pre-ordered it. It was one of the first games I remember pre-ordering, and it came with a little, I believe it's Jazzware or Jazz Toys, Werehog figurine that you could, that they gave you at GameStop. Well, I didn't know anything about the development of this game, so I was just assuming it was going to be Sonic Adventure 3, basically. And so, I booted it up for the first time, and I played the first boost stage, and I'm like, wait a second, this isn't Sonic Adventure. This isn't Sonic. And then I played the first Werehog stage, and I never touched the game again. So, to put it this way, I got out of the franchise with Unleashed. I think Unleashed is a great game now. Now that I've at least seen a lot more of it. I actually think I never have really played it myself, because I only got to the first stage there, but I think that it could easily be one of my all-time favorites from the franchise once I actually do end up playing it. Hopefully we get a PC port soon. But I stopped kind of playing Sonic because I got into Halo, so around 2008, and then I picked up Sonic 4 Episode 1, which was a mistake, and I picked up Sonic Generations, and I was so, like, nothing against Generations, but I was just really, like, I just could not get into that game when I was younger. I played Green Hill Zone and I think Chemical Plant, and then I just dropped it, and I got it for Christmas too. So, like, I'd say definitely from like Unleashed to Forces is where I was bored with the franchise, because I ended up getting back into the franchise in, like, I want to say 2019, because Mania was free for PlayStation users, and so I downloaded that, and then I downloaded Forces, and I played Mania, and then and I was like, oh, this is cool, you know, but I didn't really understand all of the cool stuff with it, because, you know, it was my first 2D game other than the advanced games. It was my first, like, Genesis game. So after that, I went and I played Forces, and it was laughably, I would not consider it a good game, but that. And then I watched the movie when it came out opening day with my friends, and that was kind of what all three of those over time was kind of what re-sparked my interest in the franchise. And then I was like, you know what? Because COVID happened, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna play through all the Sonic games, and I was just writing reviews to my friends, and then I started and then I just started doing this, and so I know that was like very long, but that's essentially what happened. That's how I felt with the franchise for a while. So that was like the era I was bored with it.
After Sonic Generations was definitely the most bored I'd ever been in terms of, like, being part of the franchise. I actually stopped being a fan just because nothing was happening. I saw the commercials for Lost World coming out, and I thought it was weird and uninteresting, and I didn't have a Wii U to even play it, so it was really in that area wherever I was most disappointed with the franchise as a whole, and I just kind of completely fell out of it until about 2 or so years before Forces got announced, and then I kind of decided to get back into the swing of things. I looked at the comics, I looked at the content on YouTube that was getting made, just generally got back into the franchise. But definitely after Generations and even through Forces was the most disappointed and bored I've kind of been with the franchise.
I'm gonna be honest, there was a stale point in the series with me recently. Sonic Forces really just put a fork in the road for me. And no, I didn't hate the game, but I felt like Sega had actually lost their drive to make good Sonic games. Almost like they had forgotten who they were.
Do I have anything planned for the 30th anniversary? So directly, no, but I have a couple of videos that are coming out that are kind of just, I've been working on since before I started my channel. With planning and stuff, and I was able to, they're kind of releasing now with that, so just coinciding, and I didn't even realize it was SA2's 20th anniversary until the other day, funny enough. But I just released two videos on Sonic Adventure's music development that I kind of wanted to give as a celebration for that game's music, because I think it's some of the best ever made for video game soundtracks. And then SA2's soundtrack is my all-time favorite, and I tried to put everything I could into those adventure videos, and especially that SA2 one, because I want this to be like the 20th anniversary of SA2 and 30th anniversary tribute, and hopefully everyone can learn some cool stuff from that. So they weren't planned to be anniversary videos, but they are, I guess, now. So yeah.
Not particularly. I don't really have a live stream or something set up, but I don't know, just definitely a Twitter shout out, a happy birthday. But this franchise, it's just so big, so endless now with how many people that enjoy it. I feel like just one happy birthday is not enough. It's just such a large franchise, so I don't really have anything special to do, but I'm sure I'll pop in a couple of my favorite games and play through a little bit of them before the day is over.
Maybe. I have a lot of plans when it comes to videos, but a 30th anniversary video is definitely something I'd be down to do on my channel.
what do I think of Sonic in the present day? So right now, I actually think we're going in a very good direction. And I'm not trashing anyone that enjoys the meta era. I totally respect that, and I understand that a lot of people are, that was their first introduction into the franchise. But I absolutely hated it, just about everything from the meta era. No disrespect to anyone or to anyone's opinions. I again totally get a lot of people like them. They're just, a lot of the games just weren't my thing. And I do think that he had a worse opinion, for generally speaking, than the quote-unquote dark era, because everything was played so safe. No one gave a crap about the franchise, So, and so I do think right now in the future we're on the upswing, especially with Sega, how they are wanting to make this a new, or not a new, but a franchise that they're putting like fourth as one of their top things for the future, and putting a lot of money into. And that may be because of the movie, but that goes to the games too, so that means they're going to have a high budget also. So that's definitely something to be looking forward to. As a fan, you should, well, I'm not going to tell you how you should feel, but I'm very excited for what's coming soon.
Well, I've got 2 points of view on that. Definitely, I think from a business perspective, the franchise is totally fine. The movie's doing great. The movie sequel's doing great. We're getting Sonic Prime, all the toys that are coming out. It's just, from a business and marketing perspective, this franchise is booming, and I'm really glad to see that, because it feels like Sonic hasn't been a big name or a big deal in such a long time, but with all the cross deals and promotions that are going on, it's a really cool thing to see. But from my perspective as a fan, I feel like we haven't had a good Sonic game since 2011, so as far as the primary source of Sonic content, which is video games, I feel like he's in a pretty terrible spot. Sonic Colors Ultimate is causing controversy whenever it has no excuse to be divisive at all. Sonic 2022, we got nothing for it, and after Forces gave us it gave us a good CGI teaser, but the game was crappy. I feel like it is abysmal that they think that would work, and I don't understand how people are getting so blindly hyped whenever we know nothing about it, but that's essentially where my viewpoint is on how Sonic is doing right now.
I think Sonic is doing fine, really. I mean, the movie they made did fairly well, but I feel like they could be doing a lot better and focusing more on the games and less of just merchandise for this upcoming second movie. And to be quite honest with you, I'm not a fan of the Sonic movie, but thanks to it, I mean, Sonic is back out there again, so I'd say he's doing fine.
What do I think is in store for Sonic's future? Well, I'm incredibly excited. So, as I was saying earlier about Sega pushing forward with the brand as one of the big icons of Sega, that's going to mean a lot more budget is put into the Sonic franchise. And I'm not disrespecting any of the meta era games, but you can obviously tell that they were cut on budget. Like they feel a lot lower budget than something like 06 or Unleashed. They feel like AA games, and that's not saying they're bad games, but like it's hard for me to argue that they feel anything above a AA game, But I think with Rangers especially, we're getting a AAA big time experience. I'm incredibly excited because it seems like they're taking a lot of notes from the quote unquote dark era and the adventure era with that photorealism environments, the more serious in tone story, which I think is what is needed for Sonic. And Otani has never disappointed with the soundtrack, so I think we're going to be great. I really think Rangers is going to be awesome, and I was skeptical about the open world, but I think this is going to be something that is going to really if it's done right, do well. And I'm happy. The biggest thing I'm happy to see is that Iizuka is wanting to challenge himself and do something ambitious again, because that was what really just made this franchise so different, was like they always were pushing the envelope, and for them to really want to sit there and challenge themselves is awesome. And I think it's going to be killer, and I'm going to support it no matter what, as long as it's pushing the envelope and being ambitious again, And that's because that's the stuff I want to see. I want to see cool, creative ideas, not just like the same thing rehashed. And so as for Sonic Origins, I'm going to be buying all three of these, but I have Colors pre-ordered, and I'm going to buy Origins, although I have complained a lot about it. I'm excited. I think I'm going to buy Origins. I just want to see what else is added with it. I have heard rumors of there being new games other than the Genesis games. I'm not sure, but as of right now, there's nothing of actual fact with that. So, you know, I don't want to be saying anything that's not true. But yeah, it's nice. It's certainly nice that people are able to actually play 3K for the first time, because like that game is amazing. I played it the first time this past year, and it 100% lives up to every single ounce of hype that thing gets. I played the Steam port, but yeah, it was phenomenal. I was happy to see that with Origins, although I would have wished there was more, but you know, beggars can't be choosers. And Sonic Colors Ultimate, I never have played Colors. I'm going to buy it just because I never played Colors, so that'll be cool. I would like to see some new remasters. Hopefully we get an Unleashed remaster, because that is the one that I have no way of playing it. And I'm not just saying this because of me. I know I'm not the only one like this, because it doesn't work on emulators for me. You know, I don't have an Xbox 360 or a PS3, and I don't have an Xbox One Plus, and so like it would be super awesome to get a port of that game, because I think there's a lot of good stuff in that game that should be ported and could even be tweaked to make it really stand out as something amazing. So yeah. I'm incredibly excited for what's coming, and of course the Sonic movie 2 is going to be great, and I'm happy to see them dig more into the actual lore of the franchise. That makes, for a lot of fans, makes it what it is, myself included. I love the lore of this franchise, but yeah, I'm incredibly excited.
As far as Sonic's future, I think that we're in a pretty good spot. With all of the divisiveness that came from the meta era, Sonic Team has definitely had to have heard our complaints by now, and if I can say nothing else about Sonic 2022, it definitely looks more ambitious than anything we've got before. Even if it is a swing and a miss, at least they're trying. At least the ambition seems to be back. New ideas are in place. It definitely feels like the game front is really kicking back into high gear, because if Sonic 2022 is this great game, then well, I can go another 4 years peacefully if we get another great game, and this one actually takes more than 4 hours to beat, and it's a cool gameplay style that we just haven't seen before with a good story. As far as the multimedia stuff front, with Sonic Prime coming out, that's probably going to be cool. The new movies that are going to be coming out, those are always a delight. I think that in the future, Sonic is probably going to be in a better spot that he's been in a very, very long time. So, and couple all that with the comics that keep coming out, which are consistently top-notch, I think that the future of this franchise is very, very bright, despite my skepticism.
To be honest with you, Sonic the Hedgehog is one of those characters that just never goes away. I mean, even in the song Sonic Youth, it says it's a never-ending story. I think that in the future, Sonic will definitely have really good stuff. Like, I'm gonna be completely and totally honest with you, with the release of the Sonic 2022 trailer, or Sonic Rangers, or whatever people are calling it now, I really think this is gonna be an Adventures 3. I don't think it'll be called that, but I think it's gonna be like a return to form, in a sense. Maybe it doesn't play like Adventures, but it's gonna have the impact that Adventures had, and I really strongly believe that.
Well, that's everyone. Man, it's been a blast, listening to all their answers. It's so interesting to see everyone's different perspectives on Sonic, how he's doing now, what is in his future, how they met him, how they got into the franchise. And so before this video ends, we all want to say one more thing.
Well, Super Sonic fan, thank you so much for having me on. I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. Nick and Panic, it's always a pleasure talking with all you guys. So thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. And as for videos that are coming out for me, well, I'm currently editing that SA2 music development video, and that's going to be going over everything Sonic Adventure 2's music, like with the vocal themes to the behind the scenes work from the composers to the prototypes of those songs, of the stage tracks, the thought processes with Senoway and Izuka on what they were trying to do for that soundtrack, how it reflects the game world, how it reflects the story, the lyrics, the people involved in making it so great. And then also on top of that, I'm working on a Sonic Heroes concept art video that will be out, and some other things with like Shadow the Hedgehog and stuff like that as I move forward in the franchise. So definitely go check those out. And if you haven't checked out my other ones, make sure to go check those out, as I have a lot of stuff covering Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, the Genesis games, and I also am planning on doing a review of Sonic Adventure 1, 2, and Heroes, as in like a compare and contrast video, at some point in the near future. I just gotta actually like sit down and do it. Happy 30th anniversary, Sonic.
And thank you so much for having me, Super Sonic fan. Definitely a delight to show up on the channel. It means a ton whenever people come and then ask me to be on stuff. I'm always down to help. So thank you again.
Happy birthday, Sonic! Woo!
Don't forget to check out Eldarin, Nyx, and Panic64's channels are down in the description below, and man, their content is good. You really should go check them out, and if you do enjoy their content, don't forget to subscribe to them. Sonic has gone through a lot these last 30 years, you know. He's had his ups and downs, but now he's now a multimedia franchise. If they make good use of him being a multimedia franchise and take advantage of that, Sonic in theory could become as popular as he was back in the early 2000s. And with all the upcoming projects Sonic has, well, let's just say I'm very excited. But there's still one more thing I have to say.
Happy birthday, Sonic. Thank you for the great memories that I've had playing your game, watching your movie. I can't wait for your new TV show, and your comments have been excellent. Well rated. Eldarin, Nate, Panic64, thank you so much for collaborating with me. It has been so fun doing this, and I can't wait to do it with other content creators. And well, Sonic, I can't wait to see what is in your future. And well, this is Super Sonic Fan.